Hello there! We have part 4 of Against All Odds. This comes from Dark Wolf. For those of you who don't know, he also provided the save for Against All Odds part 2, and this is quite similar. We have quite a similar setup, except we have a bunch of guns and better cavalry this time against a horde of katana samurai and bow infantry, and then one katana samurai in the reinforcing army. Luckily though, they don't have any general in this army, so we'll be able to shatter units. When they break, they will shatter, so they are completely out of the fight. And we're gonna have to take full advantage of guns combined with cavalry charges to completely rout this army. And if you're unsure what the series is about, you guys provide me save files where you're stuck in a certain battle and I try to crack it and I make a video out of it while giving you your save file back, potentially saving your whole campaign. Without further ado, let's get right on into this one. So it's me from the future. This deployment is going to be very precise. Placing Yari Ashigaru on the northeastern part of the fort because I want to pull some melee units away from the walls and into the Yari wall so the guns can keep firing. Siege defenses with guns, it's all a question of how long can you keep your guns firing, how long can you present them targets. And I'm placing the range units on the walls very deliberately here. I'm making sure that the Bow Ashigaru, for example, are going to have a shot on as many enemy archers as possible. I want to draw enemy archer fire towards my Bow Ashigaru and not the matchlocks, who are completely outranged by them. And I don't want my melee infantry either to be targeted by bows, so I'm going to be using them very proactively outside the fort. Targeting, creating, engineering favorable fights, and then withdrawing to another favorable fight before any enemy reinforcements can come to save their friends. In the water, we're creating a bit of a Tercio Formation, so spears followed by guns, followed by swords, all covering for each other's weaknesses and amplifying each other's strengths, and then supported by cavalry, along with the captain unit. Nothing but ranged inside the fort, as it should be. Every single unit over here is going to have an effect on the fight. First targeting this lone melee cluster, no archers. There are archers in the main group to the southwest. I'm not gonna bother fighting them head on. I cannot charge against archers head on. I cannot endure those losses. I don't have enough bodies to take aggro from archers. Angling the Yari wall to catch as many units as possible while still giving my guns channels to fire down. Opening fire, and it's all that matters over here is that there's a morale debuff. So those katana samurai just took a morale debuff from having guns fire on them, and we're going to capitalize on it. Yari Ashigaru are going to be under severe strain over here. It's a question of can I make the most use out of the time their lives are buying my soldiers here. My guns no longer have a shot on anything, but we have a wavering katana samurai. And more units are going to start wavering now that they have a unit right in their rear. We're going to hit them with multiple shocks at the same time. One cavalry unit followed by another. One cavalry unit followed by another, and then the chain rout begins. So this entire section of the army has been routed, and now we can focus our attention elsewhere. They'll be sending their bows towards the walls and some melee infantry after my expeditionary force over here. I don't know if you'd call it an expeditionary force. Now the group is behaving weirdly. When you put units into locked groups, they start behaving weirdly. They start ignoring my orders. The Yari Ashigaru isn't accepting my orders, so I pulled them out of a locked formation and just gave them run commands. Pulling the Yari Ashigaru back before it starts taking aggro from archers in Yari wall, never a good thing. Bow samurai. They have multiple bow samurai in that melee cluster to the north. This is where the main fight is going to be. We will inevitably have some units going to the walls. I have my matchlocks in guard mode, anticipating that. They are going to take some losses, but not enough. They have unbreakable morale while they're inside the fort, so it's still going to be a terrible fight for the enemy infantry. And I'm placing a Yari wall over here. I'm taking advantage of that pile of wood planks to cover the flank of the Yari Ashigaru. It's a minor obstruction and I'm making full use of it. And the pathfinding over here almost screwed me over, but it's actually a blessing in disguise. I told this Yari Ashigaru to go in the fort to just hold the flag in case any units get through. And that ended up pulling away multiple katana samurai from the wall, and you're going to see how that helps me. very, very soon. That's actually going to help me. Even when there's a mistake, even when something doesn't go to plan, I need to adapt and turn it into an advantage. This Yari Samurai was trying to go for the Matchlock Ashigaru, but ended up getting caught in the flank and in a bad position on the terrain. And they got shattered almost instantly because they have guns. My guns have actual line of sight over here because they're on the low ground. You can actually do that with guns. You can turn the low ground into an advantage by giving them actual line of sight on approaching enemy infantry. And we just routed 4 or 5 units of samurai in the span of 5 seconds. Closing in for the kill on the bows now. We're completely unprotected. They have no support from melee infantry. Now we have 3 katanas on the heels of my Matchlock Ashigaru. I'm just going to pull away. I'm not going to bother giving them fire orders. They have guard mode on, so they'll keep on running even if they get caught. We're just going to run away. As we're running away, our guns on the walls are firing down into the katana blob. They're being led around the fort and being attritioned by guns. And they're already wavering, even though I'm not taking the fight directly to them. We have some units in the fort that are wavering. A bow samurai in the back is losing the missile duel. It's a question of just bringing the cavalry in now, again, to take out this bow samurai. Katana samurai is still wavering. Multiple, and then the firebomb throwers as well have not gotten a single bomb off. They're gonna go through this whole battle. They just broke, they just shattered, and they didn't even get a single bomb off. And that should be it. I think the army losses are coming in.
My lord, a glorious victory will soon be yours.
We lost a total of 25 cavalry to rout virtually the whole army. The cavalry participated in almost every fight there was, and they only lost 25 men. Do that. There's one Yari Ashigaru unit, but that's the garrison unit that took significant losses. Doesn't really matter. Matchlock Ashigaru with multiple hundreds of kills. Close victory, come on. Multiple hundreds of kills, but this is a smaller unit size scale, so it's 200 kills is much more significant here. Almost 1 to 6 kill death ratio. We didn't lose a single unit, and the cavalry and matchlocks are, I think, stronger than they were than at the battle's start. Yari cavalry, as expected, getting the most kills. Kill counts dominated by Yari cavalry and matchlock. The Yari Ashigaru just participated there just to create opportunities for flanking. Nothing else. And the bow Ashigaru were meat shields, but even then they managed to get 117 kills. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you, Wolf, again for sending the save in. And if you are ever stuck with this game, you know who to call. You can join the Discord. The link is in the description below. I also stream to Twitch on Saturdays, so you can check that out. I'll see y'all next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.